Now, let's see. Where were we? Yes, that's right. When we last left our heroes, they were in the process of begrudgingly making amends with Bakra Prilmi by returning the key that leads to the spooky crypt beneath her family's mansion. Clay and Faunalyn met with the Eyes of Erdeniin and learned that in order to acquire the key, they would have to procure 1,000 gold pieces. A heavy price indeed. They considered visiting Bakra to request the money, but ultimately were drawn to an underground fighting ring hidden beneath the fabric store, Weave and Flow. After negotiating with a dwarf named Oscar and giving up the Prilmi house ring that Clay had been carrying all this time, they were able to enter Faunalyn as a fighter in that evening's festivities. In order to prepare, the party split up and took part in a fun and merry montage wherein they got Faunalyn ready for the big fight. Clay acquired some illicit drugs from her friend Fuzam. Glimki commissioned a new fighting outfit for Faunalyn from Madame Fauvemont, and Faunalyn cried after her dear friend Fallow Kent expressed concern over the decision to take part in this fight. Despite her friend's fears, Faunalyn was committed to going through with it, and as the sun exploded for the night, the party traveled back to Weave and Flow to see what awaited them. Upon their arrival, they were given access to a hidden passage and entered a lively, albeit shady tavern with a large octagonal fighting ring at its center. Bets were placed, introductions were made, and Faunalyn fought her first bout against a lanky man named Tyagin. Aided by a potent cocktail of divine magic, illicit drugs, and friend-induced rage, Faunalyn quickly bested the man, only to find her next opponent was none other than the Berthold bodyguard, Crombeck Lungcrusher. She was able to strike a last-minute deal with the man, and he promptly faked a knockout, advancing Faunalyn to the final. In order to get the money needed to buy back the key, Clay made an ambitious bet that not only required Faunalyn to win her third and final fight, but also required that she win by knockout, and that she land the first hit. With all their money riding on this, Faunalyn entered the ring, only to discover that her opponent, an individual previously known to her only as the Bear, was actually Lord Ulrin Rothbard. You already said all that. And I'll say it again! Now, let's see. Where were we? Yes. That's right. Just kidding. On with the story. Come gather round, travelers, and sit on the stoop. We'll tell you a story about Bard Soup. Three lovable scamps in our traveling troupe. We'll tell you a story about Bard Soup. Hey guys, and welcome back to another thrilling episode of Bard Soup. I'm your dungeon master, Zach Meikle, and I've noticed that our intros have been a little chaotic and, dare I say, a little bad of late, maybe from this show's inception.
No.
So I had a really good idea, and I found out that if you go to cameo.com, you can get beloved voice actors of children's shows to record voiceover for you for very cheap. I didn't wind up doing that in time. So instead, here's my impression of Chase from Paw Patrol introducing the cast of Bard Soup. Hi, everybody. Here's Prima. Hi, Prima.
Hi. Chase, was it? Great to be here.
I think so. I didn't read the advert very closely. I'm just a dog who's also a cop. Who do you play?
I play Clay Campbell, and she does not like cops.
Bow wow. And I'm SpongeBob. And I'm joined by Jordan Johnsen.
That's me. Nice to meet you, SpongeBob.
Do you like Krabby Patties, Jordan?
Only fancy ones. Or wait, pretty ones.
Nice.
Is it a SpongeBob reference?
Yes, it is. Pretty patties.
Oh.
Come on, the multicolored ones. It was at the rate of all of Bikini Bottom.
We were more of a Disney Channel house growing up.
Yeah, my
God.
mom thought SpongeBob was a little profane, so...
Well,
Check your privilege and tell me, who do you play?
I play Glimki Treefellow.
And I'm Prince Zuko. I'm searching for the Avatar. But what's this? It's Shannon Meikle.
Yeah. I don't... Yep. I'm Shannon, and I play Faunalyn Vaydark.
Wow, I think that was a good use of money. I can't decide if the bit is that those are the voice actors or whatever it was. I lost the thread. Hey, welcome back to Bard Soup. Let's dive in.
You know it's a good intro when you leave it feeling like slightly grimy in your soul. It's over and you're just like, oh. Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
really
am
did
capable
that.
of terrible things.
Evil lies in all of our hearts.
You know, there is evil in my heart.
We join our heroes in the dark and cramped space beneath Weave and Flow. A single light beams down upon Faunalyn as she stands in the center of an octagonal ring, staring up at a large man in a bear mask, who she now knows to be Ulrun Rothbard. The smell of heavy liquor and dark ale fills the air, and a crowd hungry, nay, even thirsty for more bloodshed, looks on in eager anticipation. Before Faunalyn can do anything that throws off my plans for the night,
Put me in, coach. Let me in, coach.
you hear the sound of chains clinking,
What the hell?
and you look up and you see this large 8-sided cage lowering down from the ceiling.
Cage match.
Oh my gosh.
And after a moment, it comes to a heavy rest, sealing you and Ulrun inside the octagonal ring. It's not the square circle, that's wrestling. Inside the octagonal circle.
I cannot tell you how profoundly this has messed with my plans. The plans that I spent 1.5
Already?
months.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. Tell me about the bars of these cages.
Metal, pretty tight, like vertical and horizontal. It's kind of sealed you in. It extends onto the top as well. Like the top is sealed off as well.
What the hell?
You could probably like stick a hand out, but not much more would fit through.
Cool. I'm just saying, if you retcon the cage, I'll do some really fun stuff.
I believe you, but the cage was specifically highlighted in the previous episode for this exact purpose. So while you've had a month and a half to plan, I've had a month and a half where I just said there was going to be a cage.
No.
And as you are taking this in, ding, 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 the bell goes off again, and I need you to roll initiative.
Can we yell anything to her?
Yell anything?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Faunalyn, remember, you have to win by knockout if we're going to make our parlay. All right, good luck.
Cage. Okay. Guys, I was gonna Phantom of the Opera this guy. I was going to drop the chandelier on him. But there is a cage in the way, so I shan't be doing that. What I shall be doing is rolling initiative.
Thank you.
I like how you said it as if it was all of a sudden your decision to roll initiative.
I thought about it really hard about what I should do.
I'm
and I
actually
decided
going to
that
be
I should
rolling
roll.
initiative.
I think I'll roll initiative.
Okay, that's an 18 on initiative.
That's really good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Thank you. That's a total of 18 on initiative.
He also got an 18.
Wow.
Okay, well, my dexterity is probably higher, so tie goes to me, I bet.
The rules as written are the DM can decide the order if the tie is between a monster and a player character, Optionally, the DM can have the tied characters and monsters each roll a d20 to determine the order, highest roll going first. So, with a tie, we are going to re-roll.
Oh, snap.
And I think we'll just make it a flat re-roll. Like, you can add your dexterity bonus, everything on top of that. So we're just going to re-roll initiative.
Have you considered that we just do the dexterity rule? It's just neat and clean and simple.
Reroll.
All right. Well, that's going to be a sexy 7.
What the bear get?
Wolverine Rothbard, the bear, rolled a 10.
Yeah. Are you saying it like it's surprising? I got a 7. You said it like it's amazing that he got higher than me.
Yeah, I was waiting for that nat 1, but
That was not the tone that I was hoping to strike.
It's supposed to be like, forget it, move on. Leave that in.
For those of you at home, Faunalyn needs to score the first hit, otherwise the bet is off.
Oh shit. Game over in the first round.
For those of you at home, they all know! You do a recap!
Wolverine is going to move in to punch you.
That's not nice. I'm going to, as he comes up, I'm going to plead for, I'm going to go, and you're going to hurt me! You would do that, would you? Please don't hurt me!
Could you make a persuasion check?
I love this game because you
A
can just do
deception
whatever stupid little thing comes to mind, and a nice DM will let you try. That's going to be a 15.
Wolverine gets to attack twice, but you can see that as you start screaming and begging for your life, he kind of, you can't read his facial expression because he's wearing a bear mask, famously, but I'll say an eyebrow on the bear raises ever so slightly and he cocks his head a little bit in the opposite direction. And he will make both of his attack rolls with disadvantage for this round.
Whoa.
I strongly recommend pleading for your life. This is something I strongly recommend everyone should do.
Wolverine is going to attack twice with disadvantage. You have an AC of 14 thanks to the fancy armor that Glimki commissioned for you.
Yeah.
The first die is a 16.
I don't like this.
The second is a 2.
Suck it.
Yeah. The first punch, he comes stumbling towards you, dressed in furs, bear mask on, huge meaty fist, and he just slams it towards you, and you manage to narrowly duck out of the way.
Cool.
He comes in with his second fist.
Fisting was not on the cassette cheese.
First die
Please edit that out.
is a... We gotta stop telling me to edit things out mid-recording. It's gonna be nothing but that. First die, 19.
Pish off. I'm gonna need you to pish off.
Second die, 6 plus 5, 11.
That is stupid, bitch. I'm gonna kill him.
2 meaty fists come swinging right past you.
Wait, aren't you guys in an agreement that he's throwing the match? Wasn't that part of this?
That was Crumbeck.
Oh,
That was
right,
Crombeck.
Right. This is the bear,
Yes.
right? Sorry. I'm sorry. Cut that out.
You gotta cut it. You gotta cut it.
I don't gotta do nothing.
They're gonna know I'm stupid.
And it is your turn.
Okay. Well, first I gotta. First thing I gotta punch him in the face. So I'm gonna do that.
Nothing matters if you don't land the first punch.
But can I hit him again as a bonus action as a rogue?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I have a plan. First things first. I spent a month and a half plotting shenanigans, and you lowered an octagonal cage and ruined everything. For those at home, I was gonna Phantom of the Opera this man. I was gonna drop the light fixture on him, okay? And if that didn't work, I was going to do other fun things involving hitting him with a chair. I was gonna give him the chair, and Zach made up a little cage, and he stole that from me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with shenanigans. You specified that the cage bars are wide enough to get a hand through. I am going to reach through the bars, and I'm going to grab a full tankard of ale from somebody.
Oh, good. Returning to episode 17 shenanigans, are we?
What did I do in episode 17?
That was how the fight with Tyagan started. You reached into the crowd, grabbed a chalice, and hurled it at a man.
Starting move. Opening move.
Everyone's got to have a signature move, all right?
Yeah.
I thought it was being clever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, well, can you go back and edit that out of episode 17? Okay. I'm going to take the full tankard, and I'm not going to throw it at him, but I'm going to splash it at him, specifically in the eyes and face region.
He's wearing a bear suit.
Well, it's still gonna light on fire in a second.
Okay,
What?
that's good.
So, do I get any in his eyes? I mean, it's open on the eyes, right? I want to get crud in his eyes. Frothy, frothy ale. I've never had beer in my eyes, but I bet it would feel bad.
He manages to get an arm up as this ale splashes onto him, so he is now doused in liquid, but it does not appear that any got into his eyes.
Okay, that's cool. I'm going to yell, Clay! I have an accent. Why did I just go in full American?
Clay!
I'm going to say, Clay, light me a cigar! And I'm going to, while his arm is up, attempt to punch in with my hand at his, belly in the uterus region if he had one. Sure. I don't know what other organs occupy that area, on a man, so
Go for it.
that's my point of reference.
Solar plexus.
I'm not a professor of anatomy, but I don't think the uterus hides behind the solar plexus.
No, but if you punch someone there, they'll go out of breath. It happens in the
Oh.
fight TV shows, at least.
That's fun, but I think that would hurt my hand because that's a bone, whereas the uterus is not bone, I don't think.
What
So I'm
do
going to punch
guys
him in the
have
uterus.
instead of the uterus?
Yeah, literally, what is there? Is it just like a
Roll
blank?
die!
The bladder.
Hey, this is an unarmed strike?
Yes.
And am I adding anything to this other than, I think we were adding my athletics or something bonus last time.
Okay, well, two things. First off, we're letting you roll your attacks with advantage during the course of this tournament. Second, because I don't want to deal with 14,000, you do 1 damage plus your strength type rolls. We are just doing regular weapon damage as if you were armed with your typical weapon of choice. But the same goes for your opponent.
Okay, well, that's going to be 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Oh, let's go. Are we really
First
doing
part
this?
of the parlay.
It's not a lot of damage. It's a 1d4
doesn't
plus
matter.
3.
As long as you land the blow.
Just kidding. It's a 1d8 plus 3. Because I prefer my umbrella.
And because you have sneak attack, because you have advantage, you also get sneak attack.
Yes. You're such a kind DM. You brought in this cage, and that was lame, and I hated you for that. You're being a little you're gentle parenting us.
I also gave him disadvantage on his first set of attack rolls.
I know, it's
so-
kind of absurd.
Yeah, well, I pleaded for my... Okay. Okay, let's not goad Zach into hitting me
I
harder.
think it makes him look weak.
Shut up. I get 2d6 for my sneak attack now, guys. Did you know that?
Yes,
Whoa.
Queen. It's been that way for 10 episodes.
I think I was only adding 1. That's gonna be 9 whole damage. Did I kill him? Is he dead?
You punch him directly in the spot where his uterus would be, would he have one. And it is like punching a bag of rice. Your fist kind of just gets pulled in ever so slightly and then bounces back out, and he just looks down at you. And you hear like a slight exhalation of breath, but he doesn't react much beyond that.
So that's what is in a person without a uterus, is rice.
Rice.
Bags of rice.
Bags of rice.
Now you know.
Okay, can I, with the remainder of my turn, I think I should get like a disengage, theoretically, because I'm a little rogue, sneaky little rogue.
One might argue reaching through this cage match and grabbing a tanker and throwing it on him, or, but sure, why not?
Are you sure about, you wanna think about that a little harder, Zach? You sure?
No, go ahead, disengage. It's a 15-foot wide cage. I don't think you're gonna get very far.
It's still in range.
I'm still, okay, well, I want to look over at Clay. Has Clay lit a cigar?
Clay has not had a chance to do anything yet.
Where is Clay in the initiative order?
I would like to roll initiative now.
We will have the two of them. If they are doing anything, they can go after the two of you.
Okay, thank you.
But there is a cage. Let me point out, there is a cage. Not much room for anything. Maybe a hand. Their involvement will be limited. You were the one who chose to enter the cage match. You will bear the brunt of the consequences.
I'm gonna get beaten up to death. Okay, I'm going to disengage with the generosity of my DM.
Anything else?
I'm going to say fleetingly as I sprint away, oh, I'm so afraid.
Clay and Glimki. The two of you watch on as this cage is lowered. Faunalyn ducks out of the way of these two meaty punches, manages to land one herself. You see that her opponent doesn't seem too swayed by that punch, but she seems to be holding her own for now. She does scream out for a cigar. Anything the two of you are doing?
Lighting a cigar, I guess.
Sure.
I'll take out a pack of cigarettes and I light the whole thing for good measure. And then I like hold it through the bars.
Amazing. So Clay is standing there, lit cigarette packet in hand.
It's like all of the cigarettes.
Perfect, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion to make it look like there's a metal folding chair in Bear's corner.
Okay.
Maybe he'll get distracted. I don't know. Maybe he'll want to use it against you and you'll get some sort of advantage. I don't know.
Maybe? Maybe?
Maybe.
Who can say? We'll find out.
Probably
you and me,
not.
all of us, together on this journey.
Glimki focuses on creating a super realistic replica of a chair, puts it in the corner.
Sure. The announcer from somewhere in the darkness says,
Wow, would you look at that weave and flow? There's a metal chair in the cage!
Oh, thank God, I can give him the chair now.
Oh no.
Ulrin's turn. I'm going to say, based off where you put the chair, it is, you said in his corner. I'm going to say that's kind of behind him. He has not noticed it yet. And him being a rather simple man, he is going to just lurch forward and attempt to box Faunalyn.
I just shout, Bear, the chair!
Nice.
Yeah, the announcer did just announce the chair to him.
Yeah, and I want to try to get the rest of the crowd to, chair.
Give me a persuasion roll. It's going to be a pretty high DC,
Dang it.
mostly because Ulrin is a pretty simple and single-minded man, but go for it.
Damn it. I got a 12.
He does not appear to hear you, or if he does, he is fully focused on punching this person that he knows professionally.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Faunalyn.
Yeah.
He no longer has disadvantage on his attacks. The first attack will be an 11.
That doesn't hit.
The second will be a 16.
That does hit. On account of being higher than 14.
He slams his fist down, and once again you manage to step out of the way, and it just crashes into the mat that you're dancing upon. And then as you step out of the way, he comes in with his left fist and just catches you with a side hook, and you are going to take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ouchie, mama.
Yeah, yikes.
Okay, well, it hurt.
And it is your turn.
Okay, let me think. I see the chair, and I think about going for it. But I've kind of set in motion this other thing that I need to get through. So I am going to identify Clay in the crowd. Probably have to disengage to get over to Clay, right, Zach?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I am going to reach through, grab, because I have some kind of glove situation, I believe. I'm going to grab as many cigarettes as I can and hold them in my hand. And then I am going to run up to Ulren and shove them burning ends first into his alcohol-soaked outfit near the head and face.
Okay.
And for good measure, I'm going to go and blow on it because fire takes flames. I mean, what? Edit that out because air requires oxygen.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
This will not do any damage, but it has the potential to light him on fire, which then would do damage.
I'm 1 with the 14s tonight. That's another 19.
Isn't Faunalyn already like traumatized by fire? Now she has to
Yeah.
fight a bear that's on fire.
It's the cycle of violence. I was lit on fire, so now I light on fire.
Oh.
You take this handful of lit cigarettes and thrust them towards him, and you watch as his fiery cloak just, or is it, You watch as this furry cloak becomes something much more dangerous, dear listener. A fiery cloak. That's right. As Ulrin is ignited. I am going to say, on each of his turns, he is going to take 2d10 fire damage until such a time as he takes an action to either douse the flame or otherwise remove the cloak.
Cool. What's my action economy looking like this
That was
turn?
your action and bonus action.
Cool. With my extra bonus action that you usually give me, I'm going to yell at him and say, tell me, Ulrin, does Lady Corwin know about your little grudge matches? I can't imagine she'd find them terribly impressive. And I'm going to back away insofar as I can. Actually, I'm going to take a drag from one of the cigarettes and then flick it at him.
Okay. Wow. It's a real character moment for Faunalyn as she smokes her own cigarette.
Oh, pedestrian as hell. I'm actually humiliated.
You are being reduced to your base instincts. It's very sad to see.
Yeah, well, there's a cage between me and my designated smoke servant, so desperate times.
Chucklehead contingency. And by that I mean Clay and Glimki.
Chucklehead Contingency is such a cute group chat name. Sorry, carry on.
Can I move the object?
I mean, you could functionally recast the spell to put it.
Oh, I guess it is a cantrip. I'm gonna put it somewhere that I think he can see.
Okay, whatever. Perfect. So you recast, and you hear the announcer say,
Holy cannoli! We've been slow! Did you see that chair? It just disappeared then reappeared. Something strange is afoot in this Chili's tonight!
Can I run to the other side, to the bear side of the cage and hold another tankard of beer out and say, put out the fire?
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
That's so smart.
That's so hysterical.
give me a deception roll.
I think Clay's supposed to be good at deception. That's a 17.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
At the start of his turn, Ulrin will take 10 fire damage. He will then reach out, grab the flagon from you, pouring it on himself, and you watch as the flames just flare up momentarily. It's not going to increase the damage he takes, but he does burn his action, ineffectively putting out the fire.
Hell yeah.
And he's kind of just thrashing about now.
Jesus Christ. This is horrible, I think.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Well, don't tell him.
And it is Faunalyn's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the chair.
No!
So I run up to the chair and I attempt to seize it.
And your hand goes right through it.
DM, what does this faze me? Does this affect me? I probably say, what kind of poor, stupid, poor person chair is this?
Faunalyn got more classist over the break.
More? I don't think that's possible.
I thought we were enlightening her somehow.
Amongst the noise, the din of this crowd, the smell of sweat and blood and bodies and goblin, you smell just like the smell of pine trees waft briefly through the air and the sound of a crow on the distant winds. And that chair is farkin' weird.
What? These poor people are so creative. And I'm going to rally nonetheless. Can't give him the chair, but what I can do is climb the ropes.
Sure.
And he is on fire. So I am going to bounce twice, perhaps.
Maybe
Actually,
3
no, there's a
times?
cage, so I can't. Maybe 3. I was going to say perhaps to teabag whoever's standing behind me, but there is a cage for their safety. So instead, I leap off of
Their safety. Yeah.
safety. So instead, I am going to leap off of the old barrier and attempt to functionally kick him really hard in the back of the head.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Filthy, dirty, filthy 20.
Nice.
Okay. So you can tack on an extra d6 with this attack.
Oh my. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him on purpose. Okay, that's going to be a 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I rolled not minimum damage, but like
No, you still
flirting
need to
with
attack.
it.
You still need to hit the attack.
Oh, well, that's good because I didn't like those damage dice.
And you should keep
anyway.
the damage dice.
I don't remember what they were. Attacking with
Miserable.
advantage.
I am
Oh my god!
Hell is other people. Other person, really.
It's either another dirty 20 or a 23, depending on which you like better. I prefer the 23.
I feel like we're burning our nice DM karma.
This is important. I want money.
Yeah, hey, can't argue with that, guys. Can't argue with that. Yeah, so you go springing off the ropes, do a spinning kick in the air. You hit him squarely in the face, and
I was aiming for the back of the head, but it's in the neighborhood.
And you, like I said, you can do your regular attack damage plus 3d6.
So that was 11. I do remember what I rolled. It was 11.
Off 4 dice?
Yeah.
Plus 3?
Yeah.
11. Damn.
I rolled 2 3s. I get a plus 3, and then I rolled 2 1s.
Wow.
Not minimum, but like I said, flirting with it. Buying it a drink from across the bar.
Your foot connects squarely with his face, and you watch as the mask is just sent flying off. And his hair is sweaty. His face is now, he's got that black eye, if you recall. He's now going to have a second one to match. And he is having a bad time, but not bloodied.
Cool. I'm going to yell, Lord Ulrin Rothbard, everybody! Get a good look! This is the face of a very rich man! I don't know, I'm just being evil.
Apparently. Anything else from Knuckles and Chuckles?
I don't think I'm helping, to be honest.
Throw more to make him more on fire.
I don't think I can do anything.
Cremate him!
Yeah, I don't know what else there is to do right now.
Yeah, the tide is swinging in her favor. Let's just see what she can do.
Clay's just cheering now. Kill
Yeah.
him!
Vaydark, Vaydark,
He is going to take an additional 7 fire damage at the start of his turn. And then he is going to use his action and just rip the cloak off, revealing just this thick, sweaty, hair-covered body. Just a carpet of body hair covers his chest. And that will be his action to put out the fire. He looks at you and give me an insight check.
Is the insight check going to reveal that was mean and he didn't like that? My God! The dice are being crazy tonight. That's a clean and washed 20.
You look at him and you can see, with a single look into his eye, he is no longer present. In your past conversations, he was very measured, he was very controlled, he's a large person, maybe not an intelligent person, but very deliberate with his actions. There is a frenzy in his eyes that you have not seen before. And he is going to let out a roar that sounds primal and animalistic and embodies the bear moniker that he previously adopted. And the fight goes on. It is your turn.
I am going to roar back best that I can. And I'm going to shout, you think I'm scared of a bear in the fucking forest? And I'm gonna straight up try to deck him again in his stupid face that I've revealed. I don't know where this animosity is coming from. I just feel like I want to kill him. Oh my God! I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. That's another nat 20.
Whoa.
So I rolled a 3 and I was like, ah, ha 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 ha. Oops, guess my luck's run out, but I have advantage and I got a 20 again. I might be blessed and highly favored.
Give me some damage. 2d8, 4d6.
2d8, 4d6. Can I kill chat? Can I kill him today?
Kill him. Go for the throat.
Oh, my 2d8, I rolled a 7 and an 8. I have chills. I have not rolled this well in...
Yeah, you're popping off right now. That's crazy.
I'm actually popping off right now. I rolled a 5 on the first d6. Okay, 4 on the next d6. Somebody do this math for me, please. I rolled a 6 on the third d6.
What the hell?
And then a 2. Okay, the 2 humbled me a little. Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. 17 plus 15 is going to be a 32.
Oh my
That's 32
God.
damage. That is more damage than Faunalyn has done, I think, in every fight across all of her actions up till now.
32.
Are we actually going to do this, guys? Are we actually going to pull off this
I
KO?
feel like you might.
Yeah.
You hit him like uppercut style. His head snaps back and he staggers. Doom, doom. But there is a fury inside him. One might say
shit.
a rage.
Oh,
and
no.
as strong as this blow was, it does not do nearly as much damage as you were anticipating. You heard a crunch. You don't know if it was his jaw. You don't know if it was his neck. It doesn't seem to matter. He just snaps his head back down, and there's just a visage of pure fury looking down at you. You know that it hit. You know that it hurt, but it did not do as much as you hoped.
Oh, so he halved it probably, I guess, with a special ability.
Yeah. Well, it's just if he's in a rage, what is it? Just regular piercing, slashing, bludgeoning damage will just do half.
Oh, really? I need to light him on fire again, is what I'm hearing.
He is looking bad. There's a smell of burnt hair, and blood is now trickling out of his nose.
I mean, if you're hitting like this, you're on the right track.
Jordan, that was a nat 20 and almost max damage on the dice. If I'm hitting like this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
I get a bonus action.
Sure.
Cool. I am going to sweep up his still smoldering cloak and whip it at him and try to cover his face with it.
I would argue that is more of an action.
That's clearly a improvised action.
If you give a mouse a
Bonus
cookie,
action.
they're gonna want some milk. If you let Faunalyn throw a burning cloak on a guy, she's gonna want it to do fire damage, which therefore I would argue makes it an attack.
I don't even want to do fire damage. I just want to maybe blind him a little bit. This is your fault, Jordan. You called him weak, and now he's being mean. You did this.
Yeah,
Minor pushback on a single action.
This is bullshit. Okay, fine.
Fine.
I jim the camera and roll my eyes. That's my bonus action.
Jim the camera.
Okay, I'm done. No, I'm not. What am I? This is the fight of a lifetime, and I'm not going to use my bonus action. Be so for real. I can dash, disengage, or hide. I am going to bonus action hide.
Give me a stealth roll.
Oh my god.
Hide behind the fake chair.
Okay, well, that's a 4. So, that's a 4.
Hey, because I'm a nice guy, ladies, and I would treat you better than
Jesus.
your boyfriend does.
Oh, this is getting kind of freaking weird.
I just think if you gave me a chance.
He's a really nice guy.
I'm a nice guy. Everyone can agree. I will say, as part of your hide action, you grab the cloak off the ground and throw it at his face, and he manages to just catch it and just tears it in half,
Oh, shit.
and then starts moving towards you again.
Whoa.
Clay and Glimki in the audience? Any desires?
Chucklehead Confederacy, as they were called.
Confederacy.
Wait, was it not Confederacy? The Chucklehead Contingency.
I don't think so.
Get them to raise the cage, Maybe.
No,
Cut me loose.
no. I
Well,
think you're on the. I
Faunalyn's
think
like,
you're doing
raise the
good.
cage! Raise the cage! And he says,
You got this. You're killing it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't want to interfere too much because I don't want them to disqualify us.
Yeah.
That might sound silly. How much HP do you have?
I'm looking 2/3 healthy and 1/3 beaten up.
Glimki puts his hand through the cage and says, "Yo, tag me in," metaphorically.
I'm tagging him in, metaphorically.
Okay.
I didn't know how to get through the cage, but okay.
So when she touches my hand, I would like to give her some of my pool of lay on hands.
Ooh, oh, nice. I am down 7 hit points.
All right, here you go. 7 hit points.
Oh, that's so nice. Paladins. Putting the pal in paladin.
There you go. Boom, you feel rejuved.
I am rejuve.
So you reach through. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I did it. Now what do you want from that?
I would like to know the number, ideally.
Ah, that's a bummer. I got a 2 + 1, 3.
Okay.
So pretty obvious, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Ulrin's turn. He is going to strike at you twice with these soot-stained fists.
I knew he was watching.
That'll be a 21 and a 23.
I fear my time of good luck has run out.
The first punch.
He could, I think, KO me with one hit, to be honest.
No.
Well, you're at full health, so one would hope. The first hit does 12 bludgeoning damage
Good lord.
Yeah.
as you are sent flying backwards into the cage.
Uh-huh.
He comes running through. Superman punches you a second time.
center of mass for an additional 9 bludgeoning damage.
I'm so sorry to say this, guys. That was exactly my health.
No!
Ulrin starts pounding his chest and bellowing into the crowd. The crowd erupts into cheers. The announcer's voice comes in over the speaker.
1, 2.
Me!
How far is she from the edge?
She is slammed up against the cage.
Okay, I'm slapping that ass. Get back in the fight!
While she's down? Oh no. Can I do anything?
Yeah, if you got something to do.
You can slap my ass too if you want to.
Yeah, I slapped the other cheek.
An athletic butt slap to get you back in the fight. You got this!
Yeah, cure wounds.
Okay, so a cure wounds, and Glimki, I assume the butt slap was more than just sexual harassment. It was also
Yes,
lay on hands.
Duh.
I think friends get at least one free butt slap on each other per year.
I'm just like, I have to touch the butt, otherwise the magic doesn't work.
Yeah. Right. So I give you the rest of the pool, which was only 6. So
That'll do. Thank you. Kind of you. Clay, how much are you giving me?
10 back. I got a 7 on my D8, so.
Nice.
I have chills. Oh, we're so back.
You regain 16.
woof.
I'm fine. I never even passed out, and also my ass is tingling.
I got excited. I'm sorry.
I square up again, Rocky style, and I hawk a loogie that is a bit bloody, and maybe a tooth comes out, because this is a fighting movie. And it's my turn. I'm gonna punch him.
Okay, go for it.
With my fisticuffs, Zek. Oh, I have advantage. Oh, thank God I have advantage. It was a 5. It was going to be a 10 to hit. And I was like, Zek, does a 10 hit? With advantage, I rolled an 18. So it's going to be 23 to hit.
We might never know now if a 10 would hit. How sad for you and the audience.
Well, this man is called the Bear, and he's... Well, actually, barbarians have low AC, so it might have hit. Why don't you tell us? Would it have hit?
I'll never tell.
I just did 12 damage. Please be
12
enough.
Damage reduced to 6.
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
I will say, after he knocks you flying and he thinks you're knocked out, like I said, he kind of turns to face the crowd. He's yelling, pounding his chest. Your friends slap you on the butt. He doesn't see you coming as you come flying in, punch him across the face, and he spins around like a full 360 and then locks eyes on you and is ready to go again.
Okay, well, you historically in cartoons, when they do the full 360, it precedes the birds flying around their head. So that was not nice.
It's called subversion of expectations. It's what keeps the audience coming back every week.
I'm taking the disengage action, and I'm going to attempt to avoid him throughout this entire action.
Sure. So disengage just lets you move away without taking an opportunity attack, right?
Okay, I'm taking the dash action, and I'm zip zap zooming all the way around the cage, Roadrunner style, since we're getting referential. Somebody drop an anvil on his head.
Sure. And it is his turn, unless Clay and Glimki have something else they want to do.
Shoot him with a gun.
I honestly don't have much else. I can't do any ranged. I don't have any range.
Psychological attack started a mean chant against him. Ulrin, stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Just boo him so hard and try to distract him.
Sure.
Draw his
yeah.
attention.
I'm going to say make a charisma check, just a raw charisma check with disadvantage, because the crowd is currently freaking out.
I could use my channel divinity, but again, like, how much are they gonna like it that we're fucking with the game?
What are the rules to an underground
You
fight?
gotta win. You got this.
Yeah, Clay's shouting, boo, Oren sucks. That's it.
Nice.
I
Nice.
rolling
So
for
yeah,
something?
give me a charisma check, sorry, with disadvantage, Clay.
Can I help?
Sure. I'll say if you join in on the chant, it'll remove the disadvantage, but currently you are going against the court of public opinion, and the court loves bloodshed.
Got it.
Okay.
I lit him on
Hyper-
fire. They don't like me?
They're just in a fervor right now. Like, they're equal opportunity cheerers. They just want to see a good fight. And right now, it's been a good fight. There's been fire, there's been punching, there's been a cage. What else does a fight need?
So no advantage or disadvantage right now?
Just a raw charisma check.
Okay, I rolled a 12, so plus 2, 14.
A couple people start to join in.
I I like nudge Krombeck because Krombeck has stakes in this fight too. I was like, start cheering.
Krombeck's drooling a little, and then he kind of gets knocked out of his reverie and starts booing as well. He says, "Come on, Faunalyn. If you don't win, I gotta keep working for you." And
That's absolutely right.
it is Ulrin's turn. He saw Glimki reach through the bars.
No.
He also, while he is kind of in a bloodlust right now, starts to piece together that that punch probably would have KO'd anybody else. And he looks around wildly at the crowd, kind of locks eyes on Clay and Glimki, on the two of you. And then he is going to run up to you, Faunalyn, and attempt to grapple you.
What?
With the intent of pulling you away from the edges of the cage so your friends can no longer reach you. So I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to cartwheel out of his grasp, thereby justifying my acrobatics.
Perfect. I will let you know he has advantage on strength checks during his rage. So he will have advantage on this grapple attempt.
Do I have any type of advantage because of all the magical tomfoolery?
You have advantage on strength checks, and you currently, because of the other stuff, the potion going on, can use your dexterity in place of your strength due to the tomfoolery. So you could make an athletics check with advantage and with your dexterity modifier instead.
You bet we're going to do that. I rolled a 3 without the advantage, so we're going to just try to rejig that. That's just a regular 12, and so I'm going to add my dex bonus, so that's going to take me up to a 15.
He gets a 22.
Well, why'd you make me go through all that?
You never know how the dice will roll. He runs up and just grabs you by, you don't have sleeves, famously. It's more of a vest situation, but kind of just digs his fingers into like the edges of this vest and just grabs onto you tight, and he's going to drag you away from the edge to the exact center of the cage, and he's going to slam you up into the bars overhead.
Oh my god.
Whoa, cool.
A 19 will hit,
Don't do this. Don't do this.
and you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's fine. That's chill. That's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. I'm
So
fine.
you are currently grappled,
Uh-huh.
which means your speed is 0,
Uh-huh.
and it's your turn.
How does he look? Bad?
He looks pretty bad. He is definitely bloodied.
Okay, that's good. We're good.
He's kind of amongst all the fury. There is a bit of a fatigue that you can see setting in.
What do you guys think? Is there any trickery I can pull?
I think you gotta hit this mother.
No. Okay.
Do you have anything that could give you extra damage? Or?
You know, if I would love to so badly. Rogues don't really get a lot until later. And even later, I genuinely don't know if they really get a lot. I can give the help action really nicely if one of you wants that.
Almost like the tactician should have been the one spectating.
Yeah, almost like it's actually crazy that we decided I was the best one to do a pit fight. It's been fun, but what were we on?
There was some discussion of you throwing a fight, no? Like, we were gonna bet against you to make money, but somehow...
Right,
somehow we bet it on you.
I am going to bonus action disengage. I believe I can do that to escape the grapple condition, right?
Nope. That just prevents opportunity attacks. So it'll be an action to break the grapple.
Oh, well, then I'm not going to break the grapple. I'm going to do, like I said, rules of uppy. He's holding me by the vest. I'm going to kicky kick.
Okay. Give me an attack roll with advantage.
I'm not. I didn't touch it. That's another natural 20.
It's another nat
Wow,
20.
that dice is so good.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's actually coming through to an unbelievable extent today.
As the guy who bought that die, I'm starting to question its balance.
Are you going to make me switch to another one?
I'm not going to make you do nothing. Maybe you're just rolling hot tonight.
So that's 2 d8s and 4 d6?
2d8, 4d6.
Oh my god. I rolled a 7 and an 8 again on the first 2 damage dice.
Woo!
But it's exactly what I rolled last time in that order. I have chills. I have rolled 5 of the 6 dice I get. It has been all of the same rolls that I got last time. It has been a 7, an 8, a 4, a 5, and a 6. This is actually witchcraft. Okay, last one's a 4. So actually, this is going to be 34 damage. Last time I only did 32.
Wow, you're living in a time loop.
That's actually
or something.
insane.
Yeah,
That's so much
Crazy.
output.
I have chills.
With the rage, you needed to do 22 damage. Will you please describe how you knock Ulrun Rothbard out?
Oh my god.
Okay, I think there's a series of kind of hits in there because I'm kicking him. I start windmilling in his arms, and it's not dignified, but I managed to almost like get my foot straight into his trap, and I think it kind of makes his arm loosen enough that I reach up, grab the cage above me, lift my body pull-up style so that I'm tight with the cage, and then let go, elbow first, and pile drive this man straight in the back of the neck, driving him into the dirt. I think taking a little bit of damage in the process myself, but just a little bit because I'm riding high on adrenaline. And as soon as he hits the ground, I like crawl on top of his head because I don't really understand how wrestling and fighting works. And I just curl around his head for a second to make sure he's not moving. And then as soon as I'm sure he's not moving, I stand up and I run to the side of the cage where Clay and Glimki are. And you know, at the end of F1 races where you kind of dive into your team's arms, there's a cage in the way, so I can't do that. But I am essentially doing that. I am like reaching through the bars and I'm like crying a little and I'm like, and I'm just really excited.
Amazing. The crowd erupts into cheers. People are like reaching for you, Lisan Al Gaib style, freaking out. And slowly, the cage is lifted. And in a puff of smoke next to you, the announcer appears. They grab your hand, lift it into the air.
Your winner by knockout, Faunalyn Vaydark!
I'm rich again!
Oh my god! Can't believe we actually managed to do it with all the conditions.
I don't think I've ever had such hot dice rolls in my life.
Yeah, and you needed every single one.
Straight up,
Yeah.
I was like looking at it. I'm like, she's got to do 11 damage. That's 22 damage. I don't think that might be like out of reach. I think that'd be like
Mathematically
I think
impossible.
max damage was like maybe 25 without
Without
crit?
the crit, yeah.
so like technically possible, but like pretty much
God
impossible.
dang.
I'm impressed.
I'm sorry I smacked your butt, but I needed to make sure that you got up.
I slap it again. I'm like, congrats.
It's okay because I won.
We did it.
Everybody should slap each other's asses more because that's what winners do.
She's absolutely right.
8-1 odds on 175. That's what I wrote down.
Hmm.
Is that how much I bet?
That is how much you bet. Clay, you immediately go over to the payout counter, the vault, whatever we want to call it, and you give them your ticket, and this old gnomish woman looks at it and her eyes kind of bulge a little bit. And you see she looks over and the copper dragonborn from earlier in the night is standing nearby, and she's kind of got a very pointed look fixed on you, a very unfriendly look, but she gives a nod, and the woman hands you a sack with 140 platinum pieces, 1,400 gold.
Wow.
And before she lets go of the bag, she says, "Dearie, I think you might want to get out of here. This amount of coin might attract some unwanted attention."
Yeah, it's like winning the lottery. We gotta leave ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get out of here.
The crowd is cheering. Clay, you turn around and you see Faunalyn's being hoisted up in the air, being like tossed up in the air. You see Ulrun is fully knocked out, and you see another individual with a hood drawn up starts pulling him out of the ring. And you can't be sure, but it might be Bickford, Prailme.
Oh. Do you guys want to do something crazy since we're riding high on adrenaline?
What is it?
Faunalyn, you get like bounced to the edge of the crowd. And I'll say, as you're being like crowd surfed past, you like start to whisper to your friends.
Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to? Okay, down, put me down, Thank you. Yes, I'm a champion. Okay. Do you guys want to do something crazy? Okay, here's the thing. We owe Bakra 2,000 gold pieces. I think is the idea that we're going
1,000.
to 1,000. Oh, we lied. There
was no lying.
I was going.
No. Original plan was to go and lie, and then immediately you said, "What if we go fight in our ring instead?" And it worked. But it wasn't the original plan. So anyway, you have not told Bakra anything. The last time you saw her was 5 days ago or 4 days ago, whatever it was, when she said, "Get me the key."
Oh, and then Jimmy Gnawbones wanted 1,000 gold pieces.
Well, Brutus via chimes, but sure.
Oh my god, the tangled web we weave. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, so wait, so the 1,000 gold is to give to Brutus so we get the key back?
To get the
That
key
we can
back.
give?
To give back to, yeah.
Oh god. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been running all over the place.
Can we just take the gold and run? Just leave.
Literally, bruh. I'm gonna pull Glimki and Clay close in like a hug because we're all very happy tonight. And I'm going to say, I'm gonna glance at Cromback and then I'm gonna say, so I think we won 1,200 gold pieces today, don't you?
Well, how much money do we owe them? 1,000?
We owe 1,000. Crombeck has promised anything we make over 1,000. And I
Oh.
think we made 1,200 gold pieces today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, and then I think Faunalyn passes out a little. I cough up blood in another tooth.
Oh no.
Welcome, traveler of these auditory plains, these realms of adventure, told with rolls of chance. I have you but for a few moments whilst our realms remain connected. The door open. I invite you to join us at this table, this mysterious realm, this podcast, Sketchy Rolls, where a multitude of possibilities await you. Doorways to adventure, to mystery and horror. Come, see what awaits behind this door.
Mr. Morbid will cast Disguise Self as a cleaner.
Can you describe what your cleaner looks like, please?
The cleaner looks very much like Larry of the guards, but has an apron on. And,
in a maid's outfit?
yes. And has the quill is now a feather duster.
I start sort of pretended to wipe the floor as I as I mop the floor.
Right. You're on the floor. Mr. Morbid, dressed up as Larry in a maid's outfit, is it's behind.
It's giving camp energy.
This guard looks at this childish sort of waif on the floor, golden blonde curls, wiping the floor, and they say, "Larry."
Yeah, it's me, yeah. Just don't do a little spring cleaning, you know.
A new door with a new tale will open each month, and you can seek this realm on your socials with @SketchyRolls, where fun awaits you. Doors.
So, you were saying you were debating, shall we say, cheating Crumbeck out of his hard-earned 400 gold pieces?
Yeah, and Faunalyn just passed out on top of Glimki. Like, I'm twice as tall as you, so I'm like, you're wearing me like a hat.
Well,
like a hat.
I'm just like sombrero style. But I'm unconscious because I have done too much and I have yelled so much and I'm so tired. So Faunalyn, I'm making Faunalyn be unconscious now.
As Faunalyn collapses onto you, her arms previously had bulged and these dark lines had started to appear where her veins are. And I'll say as she passes out, the arms start to shrink back down to their regular size. The dark veins fade away. And If anything, she looks pretty pale.
Damn. Got no energy left to give her HP. So
I have one more spell slot, my last first level spell
maybe
slot.
hold on to that and instead just hold her for a moment while we
Okay.
exit the bar, just in case.
Yeah, I lift her off of Glimki.
And maybe give me the cash that we owe to Grumbeck, and I'll pay him up. You can get Faunalyn out of the bar.
Okay. Are we giving Crom back 200?
Okay, so we were supposed to give him everything over 1,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's 500 gold pieces?
No, we got 1,400
Oh,
total.
1,400. Okay, I see. Okay. I feel like she's not going to be very happy about this, but she's unconscious. I feel like maybe we just pay him what he's owed.
Yeah.
Oh, that might come in handy, though. He doesn't know how much we bet, right?
I don't think so. Does he?
I don't think
I
he
don't think
knows.
so. 200 is a
Okay,
lot.
no, let's give him 200.
And we need to buy passage to the Anchor's Chain.
Yes, if we're back to 0, God. No, let's give him 200. I think that's fine. Give me
Yeah.
200, I'll walk it over to him and I'll give him his money.
Okay.
You look over. Crombeck is at the bar and he's drinking with several other individuals. And he's saying, "Ain't no shame in losing to the best, eh, lads?" And everyone's like, "Yeah!" And you walk over. He says, "Here to give me what I'm owed then?"
You earned it. And I produced the little pouch, 200 gold coins. I'd be like, I want to very discreetly hand it over because I'd be like, don't let anybody catch on.
Give me a deception check.
What if I said there's 200 gold in here? I'm not lying.
If you want to.
It's fine because I rolled an 18 plus 2, 20.
He snatches the coin purse from you, sticks it in his pocket, and smacks you on the shoulder and says, "Thanks, lad. It's been a pleasure working with you. When the lady comes to, tell her I quit."
Glad to hear it, my man. Hope to never see you again.
Okay, well, that was
I mean that in the nicest way possible. Go chase your dreams or do whatever you want to do. You don't need to work for her ever again. I love you. Goodbye. I disappeared to the crowd.
He is confused and then says, "Around for everyone!" And the bar just erupts into cheers. You hear a panther roar in the background, and the three of you go up to the top level, the main floor, the front of Weave and Flow, and Oscar McTaff looks at you and looks at Faunalyn, who's knocked out, and says, "Aye, looks like it was a tough night for you then, huh?"
Well, for her.
Yeah.
Do we look that beat up?
You look fine.
Yeah.
He was referring to her.
Oh, okay, yeah. She to be honest, she's just enjoying a well-earned nap. This is a champion, that you're looking at.
Oh, piss off. You're telling me she won?
I hold up the other bag of gold. Yeah, check it out.
His eyes turn into gold pieces, and we da-la-da. Remember that bit from last time? Da-la-da. You are out on the street.
Remind me, Zach, real quick, to put my real life conscience at ease. Is your world in like standard kind of D&D economy where like a gold piece is like a week's kind of wages?
A day's wages.
A day's wages. So I mean, Crombeck got almost a year's wages in one day.
Holy
That's pretty bad.
Damn,
I don't feel bad about that. Yeah, that's pretty great.
Totally.
Assuming he gets a gold piece as an underpaid
For
laborer.
those of you who are interested, the flat world of Zav has 320 days divided between 8 months, each accounting to 40 days. So, he got 5 months salary for throwing a fight.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, also, in addition to your earnings, I will say as you're being dragged out, someone forces a bag with 10 platinum pieces into Faunalyn's hand because she won the fight.
Oh, another 100 gold pieces?
I believe the payoff, you had a 175 times 8, which is 1,400. So yeah, you would have gotten, you currently have on hand 1,300 gold.
1,300
You made 15 and you get 2 to Crombeck.
Holy shit.
We have never had. This is great. What are we going to do, guys? What are we going to do? That's 100 gold pieces
Forget the
each.
key. Let's buy a boat.
Let's buy a boat. Well, actually, though, I think we wanted the key so as to preserve my reputation.
Yes.
But
Is
actually,
it
what did
important?
he even have on me? Was it that big of a deal?
I don't know. I feel like we're fraying so many ends
Okay.
that like it probably would be good to like buy one off. So
I'm also intrigued by the ghosty shit under her house, which I think we can be
yeah,
nosy about if
Yeah.
we're doing this key plot.
yeah. I think we go get the key from Brutus. We pay up. You know what we could do is we could be like, all I could find was 800 gold pieces.
I was just gonna say, but with 5. I was gonna be like, not to be a crafty bitch, but how would you guys feel about lying some more?
But if we like got 500, that would be like, you're pathetic. 800 is like, okay, you tried.
Yeah. Okay, 800. And I have like black eyes and stuff, so I can like, you can point at me and be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
look what we did for these 800 gold pieces.
And if they really are like, no, you must take 1,000, then we can go be like, I guess we'll go work the streets.
Oh no.
Like doing janitorial work. What did you think I meant?
Rat sex.
No, we can't say that we're doing that to the rat people. They'll know.
I'm sure Jimmy has his ear to the ground on that front.
Yeah, he knows all the people partaking.
He knows all the
Aren't
people.
they like a spy organization? Will they have known? Well, they probably won't have known what we bet.
Well, if they do, we can just lie harder and be like, oh, well, you didn't know this part, but we had other debts that had to get paid, and now we only have 800 gold pieces to our name. Like we can,
Yeah.
I don't think they'll like
we got
that. I
mugged
don't
on the
think
way
they're
here.
gonna like that.
we got mugged on the way here. We slipped and some fell down the sewer. Go fetch it.
Okay, all right. Let's see what happens.
How are we supposed to meet up with Brutus again? Because I don't think they like us showing up in the sewer.
No, they're mad at us. They're not being nice right now.
It was not specifically stated in the conversation that we had, but I will say that you received instruction to return to their former base.
Oh, so we can go back there.
Yeah, they aren't there anymore, remember, but
Yeah.
someone will be waiting for you, presumably.
Real quick, Zach, just in case you're feeling sneaky and corrupt, I would like to specify on the record that I did non-lethal damage to Ulrich Rothbard.
Oh, I assumed.
I'm not catching any charges.
I asked you how you knocked him out, and you didn't say I kill him. So no, you knocked him out. You may or may not. Who knows? Who knows where the tides of change will take you? But you, presuming you stay in Erdeniin's upper crust, you will see Ulrich Rothbard again at some point.
Cool.
Presumably. I can't promise. Hey, guys. Hey, audience. This is an improv show. I cannot guarantee that, but maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
It's actually scripted.
Gosh, don't tell them that. They'll be like, why is it not better? How come they can't remember things session to session?
You can't read.
It's all in the script, dude. That's how well we write. Can't even tell.
Yep.
Okay, so to the sewers?
To the sewers. For the 18th time this
18th
campaign.
time. Faunalyn, I'll say as you're being dragged through the streets, you awaken, cool night air blowing past you. You awaken. You feel frail compared to how you were. And you know how you feel when like a cold is about to set in and you feel the early warning signs of future ailment. You feel that, and you're pretty sure whatever you took, it is working its way out of your body, and you are going to feel terrible tomorrow.
Damn.
Cool. This is kid asleep in a car logic. Who's carrying me again?
Oh, I certainly am not.
Clay is.
We're balancing you in between us, except it's mostly just Clay holding you up.
just
and
holding,
Glimki's
like,
on
your
the other
feet.
side.
Yeah, Glimki's got like an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like holding your hand.
I'm huffing and puffing.
Aw. I'm gonna kid in the back of a car logic this, and I'm going to say something that definitely proves that I'm still unconscious and be like, oh, I'm so unconscious. Ugh. And I'm going to flop even more onto Clay's shoulder.
Perfect. Eventually, you make your way back down to the sewer grate, and given how recently you went, and the number of times you have now made this trip in the last couple weeks, I'm going to say you don't need to roll to navigate this specific portion of the sewer grate near Dragon's Heart Cathedral, and the former lair of the Eyes of Erdeniin. You got that baked in. So
It's our lair now.
it's your lair now. You do have a woman pretending to be unconscious as you try and work your way down a lengthy ladder into the sewers, but you manage to hold on to her, and eventually the sound of water, dripping water, stench of the sewers, you work your way through all that and eventually make your way back to the lair, setting Faunalyn down, and you hear a voice coming out of the darkness say, "Little critters, come home to roost, have you?" And the Kenku chimes steps into view with her feathered arms crossed and head tilted inquisitively towards you. Once again, she speaks and says, "You got it? You got the goods?"
We did what we could. Could we speak to Brutus, please?
I'm sorry. He's not home right now. Perhaps you should come back later.
What?
She kind of like shakes her head and then like points aggressively at herself.
Oh, so we're supposed to pay you the money?
Oi, that's right, lads. We're going to be young forever.
Oh, so but you can get us access to the key and everything. I just want to make sure that that's going to happen properly.
Oi, that's right, lads. We're going to be young forever.
Okay. Well, Chimes, we have some good news and some bad news. The good news is we got a lot of gold for you. Tons.
Chimes opens her mouth and you just hear the sound of coins clinking.
Grab the bag that we've broken down to the appropriate number.
Sure.
The bad news is we came up just a little bit shy of the required total. And I know it's not your area to negotiate, but we're in a pinch, Chimes. We have 800 gold here. And we really need that key. So, I don't know. Could you help us out?
You tell those assholes 1,000 and not a copper less. You understand, Chimes?
Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty clear to me that there's no wiggle room with Brutus. But Chimes, what about you? Are you going to just live your life being a soundboard for Brutus and his thugs?
I'm a good soldier, sir!
I don't doubt that, Chimes. But one of these days, you're going to have to speak for yourself.
Give me a persuasion roll.
14.
Oh, you poor broken thing. I would help you if I could, but I'm afraid it's just simply out of my control.
Chimes, if I really believed that, truly, would we have put so much faith in you and the information that you gathered on the docks to push us in this direction at all? Everything seems to be sprouted just because you witnessed something horrible. And now, after all the help that you think you're doing to save a princess, you're now just putting some invisible barrier in front of us because we didn't scratch up 200 gold in time. We need the key, Chimes.
Chimes shrugs, and then you hear the sound of coins clinking again.
God damn it. Well, take the first 800 and I'll see what I can do.
Chimes shrugs and walks towards you and says, "I'll see you in the movie, kids."
I go, oh, wait a minute. Hold on just a sec. And I start patting down my... What's the... Oh, of course. How could I have forgotten? The Bertholds had given us a small pouch for per diem. I guess I could dip into that. And I produce another pouch with another 200 gold.
Chimes takes the pouch from you, and then you hear your own voice repeated back at you, but it's like the SpongeBob meme where like every second letter is capitalized. And she says, "Per diem," and takes the bag and takes away the 1,000 gold and disappears into the dark.
Well, are you getting the key?
You hear as in response just and you're left alone in the sewers.
Okay.
Faunalyn is faking being asleep next to you.
Me.
Well, at least we have. How much gold do we have now?
300.
Okay, is that we're
100 each.
we're good. We're doing fine.
It's more money than I think you've ever conceivably had.
Yes,
Shopping trip?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Are we splitting it evenly?
I mean, Faunalyn, you kind of put in the most work there.
Yeah. Do you want to hold on to all 300?
No, let's do 100 each because
Wow.
you guys really got me through that. And also like arranged the whole fights and handled all the betting and boosted me all throughout. Clay even lit the man on fire for me. So I'd say that was a roundabout team effort.
Say whatever you want to say. I know it's just because Faunalyn doesn't want to be around pores.
We've elevated ourselves in her eyes.
Oh my.
She can get you into the nobility, then she won't be seen as slumming it anymore.
With 100 gold, you're no longer disgusting to be around.
Now we can actually be friends.
And as you finish passing your money around, you hear the sound of chimes once again, bling, coming through the darkness, and a gold key comes bouncing across the stone floor of the sewers. Ding, 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 and kind of lands a few feet away from you. It's this gold key. It's got these golden barbs kind of wrapped around it. And from the shadows, without even revealing herself, you hear, that's all, folks. And you are left alone in the darkness. 1,000 gold poorer, 1 key richer.
I like to think 300 gold richer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, what a positive
Net
way of
gain.
looking at it.
300 gold and a key. But is it the right key?
Better be.
From Glimki's experience with it, it appears to be the same key.
Better be. Okay. Snatch that key up. And now we have to bring this back to your best friend.
We're taking it back to Bakra. She hates us, I believe. Like, a lot. And any attempt, I think we offered her friendship. I think we were like, hey, we're the same. Do you want to be friends? And she basically spit on the ground at the idea.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, I see. Silly me. Do we want to, like, investigate the basement while one of us talks to Bakra, kind of a deal? Like, what's going on here?
Oh,
You know?
man. Yeah, I don't want to go down there.
Does the key have any like notable symbols or engravings on it, or it's just like pretty simple?
I mean, it's got these golden, almost like thorns that seem to like wrap around it. It's like a barbed key. So
Whoa.
it's not your grandma's key. It's got barbs. This key's got barbs.
I don't like my knee jerk is I don't want to go down there because I don't know what's down there. Also, too, do we have time for that? Like,
Yeah,
let's
it's
get
not
the
our
key. Let's
priority
clear
right
this
now.
thing up. If we want to when we get back, maybe it's something we look into. But like, we gotta get going. Like, we had to lead up to the Anchor's Chain. That's days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good point. Yeah, we should probably get going. I'm going to make the executive decision for Faunalyn and say that she is like out for the night. Like she may not be technically unconscious right now, but she will either be pretending to be unconscious or lying on the floor of whatever room you put her down in, wailing for the rest of the night. So you guys can drop her off if you want to go do Bakra stuff, or you can take her and have her be unconscious. But I think it makes sense for her to be knocked out. I don't think it makes sense for her to be doing conniving shit after what she's been through.
So you want us to go give it back to Bakra, even though she's your best friend?
It's up to you guys. Well, she kind of, yeah, she is my best friend. But that is what I'm presenting. For the next 12 hours, Faunalyn is essentially nerfed.
Okay, well,
Okay.
okay.
Like, I mean, we have to do it tonight, right? Today's the last day.
I think we have to.
Yeah, so we have to go. But should we bring Faunalyn then? Do you want to come, even though you're knocked out, or do you want to go
My
home?
head hurts.
Oh.
My tummy also hurts. Everything hurts. My rice hurts.
You don't have a uterus?
You're right.
I had my appendix removed, and I assume rice goes in the empty spot.
It
Oh yeah,
does.
rice replaces any missing
Everything.
organ.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's important that you're there, even if you're not feeling it.
Mm-hmm. I'll piggyback you.
Get on our backs.
I cough, and some more blood comes out.
Ooh.
Pardon me, and I dab at it with a lacy handkerchief, which was stowed somewhere that neither of you knew about.
That's fine. It would be silly for all the blood to be inside.
I don't think there's actually that much inside at all anymore.
It's all been replaced with rice.
I'm like 90% rice.
You cough, a little rice comes out.
See?
It's actually kind of worrying.
I think we go, but I think we're dragging you along.
Okay.
I think it's important that you're
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
I would rather Bakra not see me like this, so can you hide me in a bush, please?
Sure, you can stand like 15 feet back.
Okay, let's wrap me in a cloak so she can't see that I'm wearing wrestling clothes. And
You look sick. She's gonna be like, "Whoa,
that's true.
she just had the coolest dress at my ball, and she's a wrestler." What?
Actually, it's a really good point. I was doing my fitness. Counter proposal, I sit on Glimki's shoulders and we put a trench coat on, and then I'm 9 feet tall.
Why wouldn't I sit on your shoulders with a trench coat?
Okay, fine. I've gone back on my executive decision to make Faunalyn be unconscious all night. Edit that out.
I think you need to go. No.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay, let's go. Where are we going? Let's go.
We have to go back to Prelmy Manor. That's
You have to go
kind of
back
scary.
to Prima Manor.
I don't want to go back there.
Clay, can you carry me in a cooler way where I look less enfeebled? I cannot walk. I cannot emphasize how much I cannot walk, but can you carry me in a way where it's like, yeah, Faunalyn's cool and rich and she could walk if she wanted to.
Like fireman carry.
So I'm ass first into the scenario?
She can't see your face. She doesn't know who you are.
That's a really good point. Thank you.
Just like when Clay and I turn around to leave.
Yeah.
I'll just ragdoll.
Sack of
I
rice.
like how I was like, guys, leave me at home. And you guys were like, no, Faunalyn, we need you there. And now it's become, we need Faunalyn there to fireman carry her ass first through the door so she can hide her face the whole interaction and pretend she's not there. You guys are sick and twisted.
No, we need you there because I'm certain there's going to be something related to you. That's
okay.
important.
I'm ass firsting it through the door.
So my question is, we'll say as you work your way through the sewers back up to the sewer grate, you exit the sewers, you are in the Gold District, you go back to the Ocean Crest Falls, over the bridge into the Sapphire District. As you are working your way there, might I ask your plan to gain access to the manor?
Must everything be a little trial? Can we not knock upon the gate?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Guys, there's owl bears. No,
Yeah.
there's owl bears.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
shout loudly from the gate.
She's expecting us, so
Yeah, she's expecting us. Maybe we wait till dawn until the servants are about, and then we have the servants let us in, and then we have them escort us. Oh, but the servants famously are zombies or something.
then we'll also be late for her deadline.
Okay, leave me out as bait. I'm unkillable today. Lie me on the ground, my blood will attract the pests, and I'll have another pit fight against another bear while you two deal with key shenanigans.
What? No, she knows we're coming.
Yeah.
Good, that was a test. You passed.
Do you have like a doorbell or something we can ring?
There's got to be something.
the
Let's
front
get to the
gate?
gates and figure that out.
We need ceviche to throw into the woods.
I think we can just get her attention somehow.
Yeah.
I think we're overthinking.
Okay.
This is a door knocking puzzle. What are we doing?
Let's throw rocks at the window.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't throw because my arms feel like well, balloons I don't think exist in Zav, but they feel like balloons that have been deflated. Balloons do exist in Zav?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Don't make me into a corner. Don't make me decide right now if balloons exist.
Zach, have we industrialized enough to have rubber?
I guess we'll find out. So, you work your way. It's a long walk. Let me just point out, it's a long walk, but you make your way through the Sapphire District, Ruby District, up to the northern tip where the Prelmy Estate lies, and you see this large wooded area with a wrought iron gate closed before you.
Knock, knock.
What if we tie the key to an arrow and then shoot the arrow through their window?
Or we could tie it to a balloon and then send the balloon on the wind.
While you guys are talking, Glimki just takes out his shield and starts bashing it against the gate. Hey! Hey!
Or that.
We got your shit!
Yeah, the key to your secret underground ritual room.
doesn't even like hesitate to just out it. Not like a wait moment. It's just like it's been said. You bang your shield. You start shouting, Clay. There is, the ringing, the clanging of the shield drifts off into the night, and after a couple minutes, you hear, and you look up to see an Aarakocra in a tuxedo circling above you and slowly come in for a landing, and the Aarakocra butler Tick lands on the other side of the gate. And he looks at you with these jet black eyes. He's got these long whiskers, brown feathers slicked back. And he says, "Did you bring it?"
Yes. Where is Lady Brailme?
She awaits you in the manor.
Oh, perfect. All right. And I trust you've put your owl bear situation to rest for the evening.
He pulls out a little silver whistle and says,
"They will not bother us."
Perfect. See? Easy as pie.
Faunalyn says into Clay's ass, "We should steal that."
Yeah, I was just thinking, where did you get that whistle?
The whistle is none of your concern.
He pulls the gate open. This big iron gate creaks open, and you begin to walk down the path towards the manor. It's a pretty long walk through the woods. You occasionally hear hooting from off in the distance, but you are unbothered during the walk. At one point, you look over at a tree, and you see that the grass around it is scorched, and there's a big impact wound in the tree from where the carriage crashed into it during your escape from the manor grounds. And you have not spent much time with this individual, but he seems fidgety as you are walking. And you don't know if that's like an Aarakocra thing or something else.
This bitch.
Hey, Tick. Hey, Tick.
Yes, Lady Vaydark.
How long have you been working for the Brailmes?
Some 20 or so years.
Whoa, you must be really good at your job, because I thought that they zombified everyone after like 3 months.
He doesn't respond to that, but I'd say Clay and Glimki see he kind of furrows his brow when you say that.
Or like, I don't know, fed them to the downstairs skelly monster.
I beg you not to speak of it.
It must be very hard to see your friends, go into the basement and come out not quite the same. Or maybe you already came out of the basement. Did you meet the skelly boys?
I have met the creature on several occasions.
What was it like?
Terrible. A void. Pulling everything good and bright in the world into its dark shadow.
He stops walking and turns to face the three of you.
You do not know me, but I would ask of you a favor. The creature beneath the manor. I know not its nature, nor where it comes from. But the influence it holds over my master is terrible. He has become a shade of his former self. Cruel, hardened. You may return the key, if that is what you desire. But I would ask of you, venture with me beneath the crypt and help me drive it from these lands.
What is it?
It is evil.
Are your masters in danger? Can they just leave?
I fear he is too far gone to simply walk away now. The creature, it can grant wondrous, nigh impossible things, but it exacts a heavy price.
Okay, so your masters are sacrificing leagues of people so it can fulfill some sort of wish or demands.
Well, we do know that the Prelmies had recently a meteoric rise following the death of the matriarch. So I'm suspecting that the boon that's been granted by the sacrifice is probably like, status, wealth.
But you'd want to rid this world of this evil. Okay.
As I said, he was not always this way. His first request, wish, demand, whatever you would call it, was born of grief. My master was very close with his mother, and her passing exacted a heavy toll upon his soul. I don't know how the creature found him, but it promised to bring her back if he would but make a sacrifice. And so he did. And from that day on, the creature took root beneath the manor, promising more, taking more. Insatiable.
So it's only been there for one generation?
These last 10 years.
Ooh.
Wow. So, remind me, Faunalyn, we are giving back this key to absolve what?
Basically, I think it's so that, she doesn't sewer my reputation. I don't really want my reputation to be sewered, but, I'm actually starting to think that, this whole Faunalyn Vaydark thing isn't working out. I'm really starting to think that, maybe when we leave to go get the princess, we just stop expecting to come back. And, not that we'll never come back, but it's for me, maybe, I come back with the princess or I come back not at all, kind of a deal, is sort of what I'm thinking.
Sure.
Because I think I've rather lit every bridge possible on fire. So part of me thinks that, maybe Bakra ruins me, but maybe I do a good thing, destroy or otherwise handle some kind of basement monster, and use the high that gives me to combat the seasickness, and we go get a princess, and when we come back it doesn't matter if I've been ruined because I'm a hero.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that, but then sometimes I think that will make Fallow sad.
Oh, well, maybe we bring her with us.
She's very old and I refuse to do that.
Maybe she'll have a good time. So right now, is this crypt locked and this is the only way into it? What's the dealio?
Indeed, after your companion grabbed the key from the scale, the door began to seal behind you. I only barely managed to escape myself, lest I've been trapped down there. I don't blame you, but...
So that thing is trapped down there right now?
I do not know. I know my master cannot access it, but I don't know how far its corruption has spread.
Oh, man.
I don't know the extent of its presence. I don't know its exact nature, but I am confident in saying it is not of this plane.
Is it a good thing that they can't access it anymore then?
Yeah, but I think he's just worried that that the crypt is not actually going to contain this, whatever this thing is, or it's spread further than this crypt.
Yeah. I mean, Tick, you mentioned taking us into the crypt with you to get rid of this thing. Do you have any plans or ideas of how to do that?
We venture down. We enter its lair. I am familiar enough with this creature to know, above all else, it craves a bargain. It craves a deal. Perhaps it can be reasoned with. And barring that...
He holds out a feathered hand, and you see little sparkles of magical energy start to emanate from his fingertips.
We deal with it in a more forceful manner.
Fascinating. Clay, spin me around. I want to look at him. Spin me around.
Okay.
I use my elbows and arms to crop up my lower body so that I manage to lift my head and look at Twig directly in the face, whilst still dangling over Clay's shoulders. So, look. Okay, a couple key questions. I love a good quest. Far be it from me. But this is a bit Well, frankly, it reeks of crow ceviche. You're telling me that Bakra Prelmi, who hates me, her most trusted servant, just happens to be inviting us, soliciting us to enter the place where scores of people have gone to die. That's just a little bit convenient, don't you think? And you've been loyal to this family for 20, 30 years? You're telling me you just happen to have chosen us, me? I look particularly strong right now, do I? You've chosen us to go walk into the murder den, and that has nothing to do with Bakra hating me and how her life gets a lot easier if I'm dead?
I understand your concerns, your doubts. I am, above all else, a servant of this household, and the creature beneath the manor is a blight upon the Prelmi name. It has taken a proud, noble family and turned it into something terrible. I seek to return House Prelmi to its noble origins, to wipe this stain from their legacy. As to why I have not sought help elsewhere, again I would say I am a loyal servant, and it was not my place to tell others of what was taking place here. But given you already know, and from what I observed the other night as you fled the grounds, I believe you contain the strength to aid me in this.
We're gonna need a rest.
You just need a big rest.
Like, if we were to do this, we would need to recuperate some strength. For sure.
Would Bakra agree to this?
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Bakra's not going to thank us for this, is she?
She is not to know.
She's not to know.
Okay. Oh, man, damn. Man, look at us getting sidetracked again. Is this what we want to do? Dang.
I hate to be callous, Tick, but like, what's in it for us? You're appealing to my good nature, and I famously have very little of that.
What would you ask of the House of Prelmi?
I don't know. I guess, okay, number one, Bakra, leave me alone forever and stop saying mean things about me. Number two, use your servantly guiles to get us a seat with Melanie Marinelli. And number three, it's always got to be threes, 2,000 gold pieces. What do you guys think? Am I being too reasonable?
No, that sounds like a pretty... Is this even what we want to do, man?
I am interested in Bakra leaving me alone forever, because even before when I was saying, like, maybe I'm tired of this and I want to abandon it, I don't.
Right.
I like being rich and happy. I don't want to live on a boat. I want to come home and sleep on a feather bed.
I don't feel comfortable leaving this, like, big evil entity under my city.
Yeah, that's true. We don't really know what we're getting into.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you think it's for a good cause, then, yeah, count me in for the low price of leave us alone and 2,000 gold.
And also, what was the middle thing I said? Oh, get us, this is actually important, get us an audience with Melanie Marinelli, who, for those of you at home who haven't brushed up on your Bard Soup notes, that is the handmaiden of the princesses who was sharing her room the night that the princess was abducted. What say you, Tick?
To the first request, I cannot speak on behalf of Lady Bakra. If she wishes to make your life difficult, no doubt she will.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I can at least put in a good word when the time comes. Ask her to divert her anger elsewhere. As for the second request, I am friendly with Lady Marinelli's several of the staff there, shall I say. I can attempt to arrange a rendezvous after this is complete. As for the third request, that is more than I am able to offer.
That's fair. Do you think you could find a sponsor?
He said, what would you ask of House Prailme? I'm not asking you,
Right.
Twig.
Yeah, true.
Twitch? Tick. You said, what would I ask of House Prailme? I would ask for 2,000 gold pieces of House Prailme and for Bakra to shut the hell up.
Can we have the whistle?
Yes! Also, we want the whistle.
I will give you the whistle in lieu of the 2,000 gold pieces.
Teach me how to use the whistle.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Whistle
That's a
plus
good
lessons
idea.
on how to use the whistle.
Sure. What exactly does it do? It just controls them? Does it tell them to go away? Does it call them? How does it work?
They are trained to follow certain basic commands.
Interesting.
The beasts are largely unruly, but they can be brought to heel at the very least.
Cool. And then, how about no gold pieces, the whistle, and the house signet ring?
Impossible.
No, it's very possible.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Really? Because I just said nothing to persuade him. I just said, you're wrong.
It's the confidence that matters.
Yeah.
I know it's possible because someone stole a humiliation ring and used it against me, which is how I know it's
Yeah.
possible to get a ring off these people. Or rather, he had lost it. I think it was. Actually, was it Bap who had lost it? We heard that Bap had lost his ring, and that's why it was seen
That's why I
on.
had
There's
it.
a lot of ring trickery going on. I don't know why I want this ring. I just know that I want it.
I think that'll come in handy.
I also love that you gave up a Prailme ring, but 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
To gain
the
access.
guy at
Right.
the guy at the Weave and Flow has bit
Yeah.
ring.
And we said we didn't want it.
You gave it up.
No, we
to gain
gave it up
access.
to get you into the fight. I don't know what if we want it back, we should just go take it from him. Take it back from him.
I'm so stupid sometimes. Okay, edit that out. Guys, out of character really quick. Out of character, what do we want from
Yeah.
this house? Like, we're thinking big brain. We can have any little trinket in a big manner. Anything we could possibly want. Apparently, we didn't want the signet, which is craziness. What do we want?
I mean, you can want a new signet. I think that's valid if that's what you want. you
Yeah,
know?
I think that would come in handy.
I just think it's funny that you gave one up but hours ago, and now you want to reclaim your lost property. But like, I think that's a valid request.
Oh, you know what? In the name of one of your favorite pastimes, can you get us
Some hot goss.
the family seal like that they would use for letters? You know what I'm saying? The letter wax press seal?
Yeah, typically ring would be used for that.
Oh, they would just use
Often.
that? Okay, well then, yeah, we definitely, then yes, for sure we need the ring.
Didn't Xerxes get his signet thing stolen too to get Faunalyn?
Someone sent a sealed letter to Faunalyn, but no theft was reported.
They keep the signet ring in the office.
Oh, so it might actually be the humiliation?
It might have been a humiliation, or it might have been someone who got into the house, or yeah, there's many ways it could have been.
Okay.
And they could have impersonated the seal. Theoretically, I think that's not impossible to do.
Could I just forge the signet ring, the Prailme one? How hard would that be? Because I held on to it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is a fair point. We've got the Crowman offering though.
I mean, I assume there's only 2. We lost Bip's ring already, so it's just Bakra's ring we're trying to get off of her. Unless they have just a bunch of rings.
I do like the idea of messing with her like that.
That's true. I liked the idea of getting the meeting with the handmaiden girl. I thought that was a good idea.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I think we should do that.
That's still on the table, right?
Yes, it's still on the table, right? He said it was on the table. And then regarding the first point, Bakra leaving us the hell alone, you need to give us goss so hot that if I choose to pull the trigger on it, it will detonate her reputation. I won't pull the trigger on it. You have my word.
We already have the thing.
The goss so hot, she didn't care about my hot goss. I threw it all in her face.
The basement of sacrifices.
I literally told her that. I was like, I will tell everybody about the
Yeah,
ritual sacrifices you do in your
I guess
basement. And
that's
she was
true,
like, ha, 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 I don't care.
Could you make an insight check for me retroactively?
Who, me?
Mhm.
That's a 2 plus
Yeah, I feel like
6. That's an 8.
no way.
You don't know for sure, but it is possible she was bluffing.
Yeah,
Well,
that kind of seems legit.
Can we buy Tick's loyalty? Because he said he's a loyal member of the Prelmy household. We can get him to be like your inside person from the Prelmy family.
Well, if we pull this off,
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a huge thing at his request. Just a thought. I just want that
Just a
whistle.
thought. We're gonna get that one. Out of character, I think the meeting with Milani is quite important if he can make that
Yes,
happen.
yeah.
And then the whistle's pretty sick also. And honestly,
Agreed.
probably I'm being greedy. I think the promise about talking, like trying to get Bakra to hold off if she ever tries to pull the trigger is good enough.
Yeah.
I think I'm pushing too far.
I think
I'm pretty
instead
satisfied with this
of the
exchange.
promise, like I think he was straight up like he can't control how she reacts.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
what he could do is get us the whistle and get us a replacement ring.
Do we? Yeah, okay. Let's get the replacement ring.
I think that's worth.
I love
it.
that. I think that's an equivalent. Like that's a good. I feel good about that haul, given that this fight might kill us. Cool. Okay, Tick. I've consulted with my companions, which I assume was Glimki walking over to also be head
Yes.
height with Clay's ass, and us both just whispering.
Yes.
We will. Okay, here's our terms. Accept or reject them, but I suggest you accept them because otherwise we're gonna not help you. Number 1, help Bakra be cool if it comes to it. Number 2, get us a meeting with the handmaiden. Number 3, you're going to give us that whistle and you're going to get us that ring. Very reasonable price, considering we're about to put our lives on the line for people who were very rude to us and gave us poison ceviche.
Fine.
Yay! We will need a rest though, so probably we'll have
Yeah.
to give Bakra the key back just to buy some time and then maybe come back tomorrow night, because I'm like literally running on the fumes that the drugs I use left behind.
Do we need the key to get into the crypt?
Yeah, will we need the key?
I think so. Yeah.
Once the key is returned to Lord Glear, it may not be possible
Yeah.
to wrest it from his control once again.
Oh, once again. Oh, you stole the key in the first place! Naughty crow.
'Twas not I,
Oh.
it was the rat.
Oh, right, the
Keeper's
rat, yes.
companion.
Sorry, I was being poisoned that night, I forgot.
Understandable.
Yes. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess I can be fit to fight some demonic creature in a short rest or two.
I mean, can we just meet up in a few hours?
Yeah, should we rest? What time is it?
It's around midnight, maybe a little past midnight at this point. It's past midnight at this point. You went at sundown to Weave and Flow. You were there for several hours. You went to the sewers. You waited at least an hour down there for Chimes to finish the exchange. We'll say it's like 1, maybe even 2 in the morning. It's getting pretty late.
I can provide you with bedding, and you might sleep in the crypt tonight.
Whoa.
We will descend at Nova.
This guy's totally gonna murder us down there. Okay, fine. Deal. We'll sleep in your
Okay.
spooky crypt, I
Make
think.
Let's
camp.
do it.
But can you do me a favor and like cause a minor crisis inside so that Bakra's too busy running around fixing it to notice that we haven't brought the key back on time?
I'll see what I can do.
Good lad. This guy's amazing at his job. Crombeck should take notes. Honestly, both of you take notes. This is what a servant should be. Do you need a job after you betray the house? Do you want to come work for the Bertholds?
I am a loyal servant of House Prelmy.
Well, the Bertholds offer benefits, so they've got beak coverage.
Shall we then?
Let's go. Side quest we go.
Yeah, hell of a side quest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I wanted to ask Tick, in case it's related. Clay saw eyes in the tower in the middle of the maze. Is that related to the big bad evil in their basement, or is that a different thing?
Oh, God.
Is it haunted in multiple ways?
The Lord's mother returned to him,
Oh.
though altered. It kept her eyes, and the Lord keeps her there in shame.
she's blind?
From my understanding, she can see. Just not as you might.
Oh my god. Okay, do you need us to deal with spooky grandmother also?
She is harmless. The Lord visits her daily. Often her grandchildren do as well.
Wow.
Will she be harmed if we kill the demon thing?
I do not know. 'Tis possible that removing this creature would undo whatever magics it has used to bring her back and to otherwise elevate the family these last 10 years.
Oh, interesting.
It's actually incentive for me. That makes me more interested in doing it.
Will the sacrifices come back?
I do not know. 'Tis possible, though I'm not an expert in these matters.
Yeah, that's really creepy.
Yeah, damn.
I think it's a good idea that we try to get rid of this demon thing.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Mhm.
This is I just didn't expect to go this way.
Yeah, spooky.
He leads you through the rest of the path. At one point, you hear a rustling and creaking of trees nearby, and he pulls out the whistle and lets out a sequence of notes that seem to take effect as whatever large feathered beast was getting a little too close turns around and wanders away. And he brings you around the estate to the spot where the carriages were parked. There's but a few there now, far less than the other night of the party. And he carries on and takes you to this large mausoleum, this dark stone building that Glimki you have seen before. Clay is obviously new to you, as well as you, Faunalyn. He pushes the door open and stone scrapes upon stone. He leaves you for a while, comes back with some blankets and pillows, and the three of you make camp in the Prima house crypt, mausoleum, if you will. There are numerous placards with the names of long-dead Prelmies throughout this structure. And at the far end is a stone statue of an angelic creature that Glimki previously recognized has the wings of a moth. A depiction of Marwul, the goddess of death, holding up a scale that is unbalanced. As you settle down to rest for the night, reflecting on the trials you have overcome and the tribulations ahead, what fresh challenges dawn will bring, you manage to find sleep. And that's where we'll stop tonight's episode of Bard Soup.
Crazy side quest.
Hello. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Pretty fun, right? Didn't know what was going to happen with that fight, but hey, they got out of it okay. What's going to happen next week? Don't know, haven't recorded it yet. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to this episode. I am your Dungeon Master, no adjectives, Zach Meikle, joined by Prima Zhao as Clay Campbell, Jordan Johnsen as Glimki Treefellow, and Shannon Meikle as Faunalyn Vaydark. If you're liking the show, consider a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and check us out at bard_soup on Instagram or TikTok, or bardsoup.com for some really cool character art. We'll be back in 2 weeks with, Chapter 19? See you then. Bye-bye.
Oh, geez, guys, I don't like it when we all fight. When the Paw Patrol fights, We sometimes go to the naughty box. That's where they
what
put us. It's really dark in there. Hey, guys, it's me, Chase. I got out of the box. They said if they catch me, something bad's gonna happen. Can I stay with you for a little while?
No, you go away. Weird animated 2D talking dog.
Yeah, go back to the isolation tank or whatever it's called.
The box.
Oh, not the naughty box. Please, mister, I'll be good.